Dry end to summer and start of fall intensifies the ongoing drought in Illinois, impacting more than 8 million residents throughout the Prairie State.
Yeah, WIFR reporter Alyssa Kelly meets with area experts who warn in these dry conditions, even a small fire can quickly get out of control.
Yeah, Sydney, Daniel, Whiteside County actually sent an alert to residents earlier this morning, urging people to avoid outdoor burning because of the extremely dry conditions.
Things are just so dry, and they're calling for a little bit of rain, but I really don't think that's going to make much of a difference because things are so dry right now.
And those dry conditions force counties like Whiteside to urge residents to avoid outdoor burning.
It's too dangerous, and you're putting a lot of people at risk. I mean, you're putting fire departments at risk if they have to come out and fight the fire, other structures around your residence or a farm.
The Whiteside County Sheriff's Office is in contact with local fire departments, all of which reported an increase in brush and field fire calls.
It's terrible conditions to burn. A little spark, could ignite and, widespread fire.
Sheriff John Booker goes on to say even farming equipment poses a risk.
We see combines catch on fire, which then sets the field on fire.
There are even more risks, according to University of Illinois Extension educator Doug Gucker.
We're seeing more equipment and field fires.
Gucker, who is in Decatur, which is in a severe drought, says crops dried and quickly.
Farmers are actually losing yield because the moisture is so low in the crops.
Local farmers report it impacts commodities like soybeans.
Want to sell them at 13% moisture or higher. Right now we're running below 8%.
Farmers see the same with corn, but Gucker says consumers shouldn't feel an impact on prices.
That the drought, it's severe. It's not affecting all of the Corn Belt.
Gucker goes on to say it's important we see enough rainfall before that ground freezes, because if not, farmers will be reliant on spring rain, which can pose many issues.
Winnebago County sits in the abnormally dry category, and the U.S. Drought Monitor reports more than 85,000 people in the county are affected.